The first time Jerry Palus saw her was at the Liberty Grove and Hall Ballroom on a chilly October night in 1939. Among the sea of dancers in the South Chicago dance hall, she stood out immediately. A slender young woman with light blonde hair and blue eyes, wearing a white dress that seemed to shimmer under the ballroom lights. Jerry couldn't help himself. He walked over and asked her to dance. Her hands were ice cold to the touch, but her smile was warm. They spent the entire evening together, dancing to every song. She told him her name was Mary and that she lived in the Bridgeport neighborhood. As the night drew to a close, Mary asked Jerry for a ride home. They climbed into his 1937 Chevy and drove down Archer Avenue. The car's heater was running, but Mary still shivered. Jerry offered her his jacket, which she accepted gratefully. As they approached Resurrection Cemetery, Mary suddenly asked Jerry to stop the car. "This is where I need to get out," she said softly. Jerry was confused. "But there's nothing here except the cemetery." Mary simply opened the door and stepped out. Before Jerry could say another word, she walked through the cemetery gates and vanished among the tombstones. Perplexed, Jerry got out of his car and followed her path, but she was nowhere to be found. His jacket was gone as well. The next day, Jerry drove to the address in Bridgeport that Mary had given him. An older woman answered the door. When Jerry mentioned he was looking for Mary, the woman's face went pale. "My daughter Mary has been dead for 5 years," she said. "She was killed in a car accident on Archer Avenue, right in front of Resurrection Cemetery." When shown a photograph of the woman's daughter, Jerry confirmed it was the same Mary he had danced with the night before. In the years that followed, dozens of similar encounters were reported along Archer Avenue. Young men would pick up a hitchhiking woman in white, only to watch her vanish from their cars as they passed Resurrection Cemetery. Some reported seeing her dancing alone at ballrooms and local dance halls before she would ask for a ride home. In 1976, a passing motorist reported seeing a young woman in a white dress trapped inside the cemetery gates, gripping the bars. When police arrived, they found no woman, but the cemetery's iron bars had been bent outward with what appeared to be finger impressions melted into the metal. Cemetery officials quickly cut off the bent bars and replaced them, but not before local newspapers photographed the strange evidence. To this day, the stretch of Archer Avenue passing Resurrection Cemetery is known for sightings of the woman locals call Resurrection Mary. Chicago taxi drivers report picking up a young blonde woman in a white dress who disappears from their back seats. Drivers swerve to avoid hitting a woman crossing the road, only to watch her vanish into thin air. The real Mary is believed to be Mary Bregovy, who died in an automobile accident in 1934, or perhaps Anna Norkus, who perished in a 1927 car crash while returning from a dance at the O. Henry Ballroom. Whoever she was in life, in death, she has become one of America's most famous ghosts, a young woman eternally trying to return to a home she can never reach, forever dancing with strangers on cold Chicago nights. Some locals say that if you drive past Resurrection Cemetery late at night and see a young woman in white walking along Archer Avenue, you should just keep driving. But others slow down and ask if she needs a ride home, knowing full well where that final destination will be.